right. Good morning. This is Bernaid Flanoy popping in. We're about to do a fun Christmas cute. And I hope that you are well today. It is Tuesday. I'm adjusting a few lights before we get started here. Let me make sure I've got my painting light on. All right, let's see if that one is ready now. Okay, I don't know what happened. Just before going on live, it didn't want to turn on. Well, I am ready to join you. I have all of my painting supplies here. The only thing is I don't have the other paint cam connected. It messes with the volume. It messes with the audio sound, and I don't know why that is. It, even if I have my microphone plugged in, it is just doing something completely wonky. And the last time we went live, it didn't record any sound. So I don't know what's up with that. I'm not going to use it. We're just going to go ahead and get started. Let's see. TikTok, let me show you what we've got going on. And I'm hoping the sound is working over there. I call myself checking the microphone. Let me pull this up to the screen for you to see. Okay, this is the little cutie pie that we are getting ready to paint. I'm not going to say that we're going to finish it today. We may, because it's a cute, easy, fast painting, but I am not going to rush, so I will definitely, try to do that tomorrow. Finish it up tomorrow. Because there's so many. When I say that there are so many adorable paintings, I think what I'm going to do, nope, I can't do that either because, the adapters. Yeah. Anyway, that was a huge fail. And I'm setting up like I actually have, like I'm about to put the camera over here. And it is not. So what I'm going to do is try not to knock all of these little tripods over. I'm hoping that you are seeing the screen at least. Let me see if I can turn it this way. I don't even know what I see. All right, so I'm going to put that there while I grab my old faithful document camera. Okay, at least then we will have something. I like the quality of the other camera, but for whatever reason, it is affecting the sound. Why? I don't know. I can't explain it. All I know is we're supposed to be live right now, and we're about to be. Okay. Now, we're just going to do that. We're going to share that. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. Y'all. Honey. And do I even dare use the microphone? I don't know if it's going to work or not. And then the internet. And the internet, y'all, it's been a little bit wonky. Okay, so we are ready. Let me share my document. Extra camera. All right, so we've got the extra camera ready. Oh, good gracious, we got to get the microphone out of the way because I had it plugged in, but it wasn't working. So it is what it is sometimes, but the show must go on. I hope that you are doing well, and I hope that you're ready for an amazing day. I think this is going in the right direction. Yay. Okay, so and then what you guys see over here, we're going to get you over closer. And there we go. Let me flip because I think that helps the mirroring. Yep, I think that helps you see it the way I see it. Okay, you're good. Share. Okay. And I think we're good over there. So we're ready to throw this paint around. I wish you could see the reference image, but it will take shape very quickly over here. Let me see if I could scooch. Just one more scooch to see if I can get you in just a little closer. Okay, there we are. Hello there. Okay, so we're here. I'm trying to get you above the fold as well. Let me move all of this. Let me slide this up because then that'll be easier for you to see. Okay. Now, I think we're perfect now. And it's only almost time to stop. Let me make sure we have some water. And we're ready to paint. So I am going to focus over here, and thank you if you're popping in. You know I'm in my watercolor era, so I am using these today. If I decide to put like the little cute snowflakes on, then I would do that with acrylics. But for right now, I wish I could get you just a tad bit closer over here. Let me see if I can work a little bit of, okay, there we go. That's a little better. All right, that's a little better. So thank you for joining and all the hearts and comments and love and all of that. But we're going to go ahead and get started with our star of the show here. Okay, let's move this up. I think that'll be better for both places. Okay, let's see. And I think we're ready. Showtime. I'm going to grab a little bit of this black, and I'm going to go right here in this little white area right here. I need a little bit more black, maybe a little less water. Go ahead and change that out to like a really soft gray. Okay, and then we're just going to go right up underneath this area, and I may have to come back and darken it, but we're just going to start off and be super subtle right now. Okay, and then once we start adding the black up in there, you'll see it'll go so fast. Okay, let me move that out of the way. Let me just blend that out with a little bit of water. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this face really quickly. I'm going to do more painting than the actual talking because I do want this to move along pretty fast. Seeing as we had a few technical things. And I didn't paint. When I tell you I could paint something 3 times a day. There's so many images out here. I could legitimately paint something 3 times a day and not run out of materials. Let me let this green set up real good because y'all know how I feel about the green. So if somebody can tell them to please change that recipe back, that this green is not quite doing what it's supposed to do. Let me see what we got going on here. All right, I'm throwing the blue in where the green should be. Okay. Because then when I come over on top with the green, you'll see it'll work together. All right. Where is my other little teeny tiny brush? Ow, I didn't even take it out of the package. Ow. So this one is a little bit larger. Now, when you get a new brush, you want to make sure that you clean out the stiffening agent in there. I don't know what it is exactly. Let's go ahead. I probably should have some. So I'm going to use red a little bit. Let me make sure I have some for real mixed up. Let it set and go because we're going to go through here really quickly. Okay, a little bit of holly there. We're going to come right on back where the mouth is. And make sure that's good and rich right here. Okay, so now let's at least do the little bit of eyes. I should have my black set up too. Let's make sure we've got that going on. And I'm splashing some paint on top of here, and I really don't want to do that. So when you're painting, try to have your paints off to the side, but for the sake of the show, this is where it is. Now I really want to, you know what? I'm going to save black till last. But I want to do the eyeballs real fast. Whoop, that is too much paint. We're going to run out of control. This one is super cute. And oh boy, that is letting me know we're getting close to time. And so, yeah, this will probably be a day 1, day 2, because I don't think I'm going to stay after art practice here. I don't think I'm going to stay after class. I could, because once you get started. All right, so we've got the eyes going, and that just always brings things to life right away. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to do my background real fast. So I'm going to go and get my larger brush. This is about a 1/2 inch because I'm painting on like an 8 by 10, 8.5 by 11, but a bit of a 1/2 inch. I love me a filbert. It could be a flat as well, but I love me a filbert because it's like house shoes that have been broken in. Okay, so this is what's going on here. So I'm going to throw a lot of water back here in the background, and the kids love this wet on wet. And when I tell you, I love to teach the different techniques for the success. So this first part of the year, it's like a lot of, ooh, now see, I didn't want to get on that hat. Okay, so here we go back here. We could make it a little bit more turquoisey. Let's go on back here, y'all. Let's move this water along because it doesn't take a lot, but it's going to be a moment for me to get around all of these shapes. All right, let's go ahead, throw a little bit more blue out here. And I wanted to go ahead and do this wet on wet real fast because when you have the black over here, it may bleed over. And so even doing the blue sky first, if it's still wet, that paint wants to go where the water is. I'm going to grab a little bit of this green up in here, and I'm going to go around this real fast. And I got to remember that I'm doing watercolor, and this is not acrylic, because traditionally, for paint party designs, we use acrylic paint. And I love me some acrylic, but like I say, I'm in my watercolor era right now. Let's see, is this all black? Good. I'm going to paint right over this little edge right here, and then we'll clean it up with the black. All right. So let me go in here and throw a little bit more blue over here. And I didn't stretch the image all the way out. So I'm just going to go down here. And I didn't put a frame around the image. That kind of gives you a signal on where to stop. So I didn't do that. But this is where we're drawing the line right here. So I'm going to come right back here. All right. And I think we're okay as far as what we have going on up here. I'm going to add a little bit more blue paint. Come on around. And just kind of whisk it on out. And I am painting on index card paper. It's not necessarily the best surface for watercolor painting, but it's not too bad. Okay, it's not too bad. Let me get my smaller brush and come on up in here and go around. And then that way our background is done. And I'll check the time here. Because when I tell you the mornings get away, let's see, it's this black. So I'm going to go just right on over here so I don't have to be so careful. Right here. And I may stay on just a little bit because once I get started, I don't like to stop. And this one won't take too long. So maybe I can do a painting each day. I don't know. So let's see. Let me go back and double check. Make sure we're good as far as going around here in these little detail areas around this little adorable face. So this is one of those Christmas cubes. All right. So we've got the background worked in back there. just fun, cute, and just delightful. Okay, so we've got that background, and it's really wet. So if you want to, you could use your hair dryer to dry that off before you go to the next stage. Because when I do the red, it might start bleeding. Just kind of getting out of its zone. It might start getting into the background. Excuse me. So while I'm close like this, I'm just going to go around this area and just blend that part out. That's what I failed to do. It will show white. I'm trying to hear if my computer fan is on because I've been working it out today. Okay, so it's 6:58. Dare I stop now? I can go past just a little bit because when I tell you the rest will flow together so nicely. All right, let's go ahead and hit this red up. We're going to put this little hat on. And then we want to do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. It's going to go so fast. I'm going very close to that edge. I really do not want to go over that edge. Okay, let me get a little bit more of this paint. Look how fast that comes together. I'm trying to stay in the lines. Sometimes for me, it doesn't matter a little bit if I go over the lines because I know how to fix it. Now this is watercolor. Now if this is acrylic, I'm usually a little bit more free. Boom, 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 boom. I just kind of get in there and do some things. All right. So I'm trying to look at my little reference. So that's bright red, bright red, bright red. And then now we need a little bit of, I'm going to say pale pink. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my red that I have over here. And I'm just going to not waste it. I'm just going to put it over here, just off to the side here so that I still have it. Now I'm just going to wipe out my brush and then now go back and pick up some of that I just got so that I can go on in here and do this part. Man, we're going to finish this one today because this is just a quick little fast animal portrait and it's easy and it's fun. All right. So I'm going to go back. Let me clean out my brush. I'm going to go back and add some of those subtle grays around here. Now I can't see because the paper is wet. We'll add some of those subtle grays up in here and around here before we add our black. Because if it's just plain white, it doesn't quite read. What does that mean, Bernade? It doesn't quite look. I'm just throwing a little bit of whoops up in there. Let me go ahead while I have this. I should have had my yellow setting up, but we're going to go ahead and get this going really, really fast. Okay, I'm just going to leave that yellow setting up right here just a moment. When I say setting up, it's dry, and I just wanted the water to hydrate it just a bit before I move on. So let's see. It is officially 7 o'clock, and I know I'm destined 6:40 a.m. Eastern to 7 at least through the end of December. And then I am going to revisit. Now, I'm an art teacher. Some of you guys that revisit, and you know that we will be on break glory soon. But honey, when I tell you everything is due this week, our lovely music teacher has a program today. In the morning, I've got energy and strength. Okay. I could run through here. I could pay the bills. I could do the laundry. I could sweep the floor. I could dust. I could clean out the oven. I can bleach down the counters. I can do all things in the morning. But come the evening, this girl needs to sit down. Unless I have, see, I should have done this yellow first. But we're going to go through here and we're going to trust. It's 7:02, 7:10 is when I'm going to try to wrap up, and whatever we don't get done, we'll work on tomorrow. All right. But we should get pretty close to being finished. All right. So we're getting on in here, adding some of these cute details. We're getting on in here, and then I'm saving the black for last. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you for, honey, thank you for the hearts. Okay, bless you. And I still don't know what that means in TikTok land. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here, I'm going live, but all of the gamification, I'm not clear. All right, what are we doing next? We are going to do these little red, pink flowers. Okay, I don't want a lot of water in my brush, but here we go. I need a little bit more red. I'm gonna go get a little bit more red. I don't need any more water. All right, so let's go ahead and hit it. And this is art with training wheels, you know, the lines. There's nothing wrong with it. And you know, my membership is open. You can click all the links up there. For the art room, I have a free and a paid tier. Okay, so if you like what's going on, go ahead. I'm on the school platform now. Who knows? TikTok may cut this off. I have no idea. I don't know what to say and what not to say. But I am on the lovely school platform, and they've been doing some updates and changes over there. And so some of my freebies will live there, and then some of the designs that you see that I paint that are not for no charge also be there. This one, I've got to double check. Okay, so we're going in here in this green before we get to the black. The black is going to go through really, really fast. So we're adding a lot of our little details before we move along. Let me see, is this focused? Yeah, I don't even know anymore. But we're moving quickly. How adorable is this? A cute Christmas cow. Now see, I was about to say I don't have my glasses on, but I do. All right, so we've gotten up in here. I just don't like all the little white areas here. I like that to be infused with color. And the kiddos know, do not bring me a piece of paper that has any white spaces. We've got too much color. All the paint, all the crayons, oil pastels, construction paper, crayons, color pencil. We've got too much color. I'm just going over here looking for this to be something empty and boring. Add some life to it. Okay, we're going to go around this area. Forgot about this area, guys. But we're going to go around this area looking at our reference. I'm just going to go right on around here. This is cute. I'm going to go right here for this little part of the lip. Now, anybody that knows me, I will throw some lipstick on an animal in a minute. Okay? I will do it in a minute. All right, let me make sure I've got the red cleaned out, because now we're getting down to our last little subtleties here. Whoop, don't have enough black. Let me rub that off over here. Getting down to our last little bit. Okay? Before we do the dramatic, dun, 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 in the 7:05, we're good. I just need about 3 minutes to make sure we get this black over here. I just like eliminating some of that white right there. I'm going to come right back. Looks like we got a little white area here. We're just going to add a little bit of gray up in there. Made a mistake, have a little bit of blue. All right, let's go up here. Looking for the chin. Some of that stuff you want to get out of the way early on, because then when you start adding the details, now I need to let this area dry just a little bit, but I'm going to go in here on the very, I don't know if you can see. Hello. There we go. The very tip, treat it like a coloring book page. All right. A coloring pencil. I am not putting black everywhere, just on the tip for these little tiny areas. Let me make sure we're seeing over there. All right. So let me get into the nose. We know this area is wet. So we're hoping that it doesn't bleed out. That means escape its little boundary too much. Okay. So I'm just putting the black on the tip and I'm moving that along. And then, whoop, we got 3 minutes to go ahead and start adding the last little bit of our details. Okay. We're going to move this black around here, baby. and it's done. How adorable is that? Right. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I don't. There's one guy. I want to say he's like the craft guy or something. I got to go find him. I found him over the weekend. He screams out every time somebody does a live, and he gives them the little hearts and everything. And he screams, "Oh, mwah!" He is so adorable. Eventually, I'm going to have my iPad over here so I could see the screen, so I could just look up and see. But right now, you're over my shoulder back here. So let's go ahead without any more talking. Let's go ahead and get this black on here, and this painting is done. 7:08. What can we do in 2 minutes? Oh, as long as we got the right amount of paint. Okay, let's go. But we need the right amount of water too. All right, let's hit it. All right, I'm sorry it gets quiet, y'all, when I have to concentrate. And that's what I tell the kiddos. Hey, get focused. You'll do a better job. And this hand is shaking with this caffeine. And I'm trying to think, did I even have coffee this morning? Nope, I've been on that computer because I have a couple of things going, baby. This paint party directory, I didn't know it was going to be such a heavy lift. But, you know, dentists, lawyers, doctors, all of these industries have a directory, and I wanted the paint party industry to have one too. So I am building that out. And we went right over that eye, y'all. You know what? And these hands are shaking so bad, it's terrible. Not out of nerves, it's just, I don't know if it's caffeine withdrawal, but the coffee doesn't give me energy. You know, I know a lot of people use it for energy. In the morning, I naturally have energy. I like the bitter taste. Okay? So you see look at this light over here. This light over here is just trash. That's why I was using that other camera. You see how that's coming to life? That is just cute. It's coming to life, and that's what I wanted to do before I got off here. It's 7:09. Did I say I was staying on the 7:15? I can't even remember, y'all. Okay, let's go ahead and get this part done right here. Let me make sure I have enough water flowing over here. Because it's not hard. This one is an easy one. Some are more. Let me be quiet because we're about to go outside. Shh. And honey, today I hope that it is recording over here on this other side. Honey, I had that microphone plugged in, and I thought I was doing things on Thursday. I got off the live. All you could see was this crazy black woman flapping her arms around with no sound. Sorry, y'all. I just got to concentrate on this part. This is just too fun and too delicious. Let me get some more black. And come on around here so it's nice, rich, and black. Now, could you do this with acrylic markers? Yes. Could you do this with colored pencil? Absolutely. Crayons. You know what? I've been rocking with crayons for over 50 years, baby. So me and crayons, you know, as they say, we're about that life. Let's go around this ear, and then you'll see that it's almost finished. I'm going to stay till 7:15. I think that's what I said. Just some of these little tiny details. Okay. Now it's drying up over there, but these arms are shaking so bad. Let's go on a little point over there. Let me get a little bit more black, and let's push this around over here. I don't know if you can tell, I enjoy doing this thing here. This is a passion. This is fun. And I want to make sure I have these experiences provided for others. So y'all, that's why I'm doing the membership group. I love me some classroom, but if I could just turn this camera on right here and teach right here, and even in a Zoom, I'm about this life, because all I do is step out here to my little studio area, boop, boop, Do we have a little technical difficulty from time to time? Yes, like we did this morning. Look at that. That is shaping up. Look how cute that is. So much fun. So much fun. Let me, oh, am I? Yes, I'm almost finished. What time is that? 7:12. Okay. Let me take these little hands. Let me go around here along this edge here. And tomorrow, anything that wasn't filled in, the little detail areas, I will come back and do that. But for today, so this one, if it takes me about 20 minutes, it will take a new painter about an hour. So this one would be that in that 45-minute to an hour range. I am going to add like a menu of events to my, or menu agenda, or like a what do you call it? Like a predicting type of scheduler. Give you an estimate. Y'all, I am having too much fun. So I'm glad I'm not rushing too much. I'm doing a little bit of a rush. So yeah. So this one here has been about an hour. No, I'm sorry, not an hour. About a half an hour by the time. Yep, been about 25 minutes. I'm looking at the clock. So yeah, we've been painting for about 25 minutes, focused. And so, like I said, that would probably run into about an hour if it was an actual event. For little hands, big hands that are still getting accustomed to using the brush. All right, but once you kind of get started and you see how this ooey gooey, mushy, liquidy stuff flows, then you can kind of control that flow to a point. And then sometimes it does its own thing, and it is what it is. I'm just going to close this up here because this is not necessarily part of the painting, but I'm just going to go ahead and I'm freestyling right here. I'm going to close this up to make this more of like a busty portrait. Okay. All right. How cute. I think we're good. I'm just going to bring this one down like that. That looks like a Head and Shoulders official commissioned portrait. I don't know what do we say as far as the name. Now, I may have missed a few details. Okay. I am going to turn off this document camera over here and come back. Let me remove that. I'm going to back you up over here, and I'm going to scooch you over here, and I think we're good. Right? So it is 7:15 up and down. This is a little moo-moo. We're going to have to straighten up our little lipstick a little bit, but I think we're good. So let me officially send you on your way. Thank you so much for joining. Share some of your art joy. That's what I'm doing. You might not be an artist. I'm an art teacher over here, and I absolutely enjoy creating. And so this is art with little training wheels. Whatever it is that you do well, share that with somebody today. Share some of your joy. I can go in here and tighten some things up, like right up underneath here. Need a little bit of shadow, okay? Because it's a hat, and we need a little shadow, okay? That's like part of a shelf. Need a little shadow. Same with your lip. In there is the darkest point. Needs a little shadow. So we could tighten this up definitely tomorrow. Oh, bless you. Thank you. It's an adorable design. Thank you. It's adorable. Fun, easy for all ages, right? Now, I'm the paint party lady, baby. Oh. So if you're looking for paint party professional, if you don't know of one, let me know. That's what the paint party directory is about. So go forth. That's joy. That's legacy to me, all right? Go forth today and enjoy your day. If somebody doesn't have joy, pack enough, share it with them, okay? Share some of that joy. I am signing off over here. Okay, hold on. For whatever reason, I can't quite seem to maneuver. Forgot to wave. So, yep, go forth, be great. Thanks for joining. I don't know, we got to give her a name. So cute.